What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Marcel McManus Sr., a.k.a. the Radio Man.
And y'all already know who voice this is. The one and only Tresley, Yabrough, a.k.a. Trey Money.
And you're listening to our podcast
Of what's really real. What's really real in the field.
I'll tell you, man, new podcast that is out. I'm trying to tell you right now.
I know, I'm excited. Now, friend, let me ask you this. Why do you think we, Marcel and Tresley, have the credentials to speak on what's really real? Why do you feel like that?
To be honest with you, because we've been through a lot of things.
True.
I'm a changed man.
Okay.
And I have a lot to say.
Change for the good?
For the good. Most definitely for the good.
All right, thank you.
Are you ready to speak the truth?
I don't know. They're gonna have to stay tuned, and we're gonna just see what it's gonna do. Make it do what it do. But I guess so, since we call the show "What's Really Real."
What's really real?
I'll be wrong to not keep it real.
Hey, I'm looking forward to it. Hey, y'all don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. All right, y'all. It's our first podcast, and I'm excited.
Woo, let's get a hand clap. Let's get a round of applause.
First one, man. Oh, my goodness. How you feel?
I feel really good. I feel excited, nervous, just so many emotions, just a cluster of emotions going on. I'm excited. I feel like it's going to be very imperative. It's going to be informative, and we're going to keep it real, and hopefully in the midst of helping other people, we still help ourselves on the back end. So I'm excited for that.
It's been a long time coming. We've been talking about this for a while. Been working on it.
Yes.
Actually, we used to practice on the phone.
We did. Friend, when I said we started from the trenches.
For the trenches.
Yes, but I love starting everything from the trenches because it really show people your growth, show your potential. It shows how you were consistent with doing what you do. So I always want to do everything from the bottom and work my way up.
That's awesome, man. I think about a lot of things that we've both have gone through. We come from different parts of different things of life that we've experienced.
Yes. And
gone through. And I know a lot of people that know us probably are thinking like, what do they have to say? What do they have to talk about? Like,
right. And people who know me they already know I like to talk. So they probably say, Tresley got a lot to say. But Mr. McManus, you have been, somewhat quiet and reserved.
Yes.
So I know people are very excited and apprehensive to hear what you have to say. I am myself. I am very well myself. Although we've been friends for about 4 years, I'm still ready to see what you got to say because it's the new Mr. McManus in town.
Most definitely a new Mr. McManus, new change man. And I have for the good. Okay. I have realized a lot of things about myself. When you go through things in life and you take time to reflect, it allows you to see yourself and others in a different light. That'll make you have a different mindset. And I think a lot of people struggle at times because they're not working on their mental state and looking at things and see, hey, what went wrong? How did it go wrong? What can I do to make things better?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. Mm-hmm. What part of your life did you sit back and reflect on after everything transpired, already happened, or while it was happening?
Some while it was happening.
Okay.
And at the end of it, and after everything was all to go over, and I look back at it, it's like, wow, what was I thinking? What was I going through at that point in time of my life to make some of the decisions that I made in my life? And I began to realize some things were selfishness and some things I just didn't deal with even before now. And I tell people all the time, whatever you do, take time to heal, take time to learn yourself, take time to seek the right help. I said this on my radio show all the time, the right help. You can't talk to everybody.
Right.
And I can say in the middle of it and in the end of it, and I realized and say, hey, you know what? Things could have been better if you would have reflected and took more time to think about it. But I'm glad I'm still taking time to heal and learn a lot about my own personal self, to be honest with you.
And that's so great that you're speaking about healing. Do you feel like with healing, it has a certain amount of time, or do you feel like you will always be healing like a work in progress?
It's definitely a work in progress. I mean, you can't just say, hey, I go and go through this and whatever, take this medication, go through the surgery, and boom, you heal right after that. It takes time for wounds to heal. It takes time for you, because certain things can get infected if you don't take care of it properly. If you don't get the right, kind of different things to keep covered over it, making sure you take care of it well, it can potentially open back up and you got a bigger problem than you already had.
That's deep.
And
you're going so deep already.
We got to keep it real.
First one in. I don't know if I could take it.
You've been through some things, man. Like even learning you and our friendship. You talk about some stuff that you went through. I was like, wait a minute, you went through what? As strong as your personality is, I can't see you going through some of the things that you've gone through
Right.
with your strong personality.
Right.
When I first met you and I got in your inbox, not for the wrong reason.
Right.
Let's go ahead and make that correct.
For the right reason.
I got in her inbox to, no, you hit me up first years ago about some business.
Yeah, sure did.
And then I got in your inbox about, God told me to come help you out.
Right.
Like,
a couple years later.
I don't know her. I don't think I want to go even talk to her because your demeanor.
Yes.
I don't want her thinking nothing crazy because, you want them, the females, like, you'll check somebody like in a moment. Quick.
Yeah, I'm put you on the chopping block ASAP, But friend, let me tell you this. I think the reason why I've always had a strong personality. My parents have always allowed me to be able to express myself freely.
Mm-hmm.
And but I will say this, just keeping it real, going through a lot of things I went through personally caused me to have an even more of a strong exterior. So it's very hard for people to really see the real me, the true side of me, because I have like a wall up, just for protection, just so to speak. But, I'm trying to learn to break that wall down a little bit, so that's pretty much what's going on right now. Me just keeping it real.
Keeping it real, man.
Yeah.
Keeping it real is the number one thing. I feel better about myself now.
Yes, it's hard though.
Yeah, it is. Very much so.
It's so hard to keep it real, because sometimes when you may go through certain things and situations, you have overcame it and now you want to speak about it, but people may still look at you in the light of when you were going through it. They can't seem like they can't get past of what you went through and where you are now. Some people like to keep you in a box, and that's one thing that I hate myself. I never want to put myself in a box, and I never put other people in a box because you don't know how that person gonna come out fighting and swinging. When you put them in a box, when you confine an animal so long, when it come out biting, growling,
tearing up all kind of stuff,
tearing up everything in sight. So that's why it's important to be real with yourself, so you don't even put yourself in a box where you get overwhelmed and frustrated, and you just come out swinging and lashing at everybody. Because we want to move gracefully.
Lashing at everybody. You know what? I had to be careful with that. A lot of things that I was internalizing, going through on the inside, it was certain things. And I said, you got to talk about this stuff, because if you don't, you're going to mess around. You're going to explode one day.
Right.
And you don't want to explode on everybody.
And on the wrong person.
Yes.
Yes, on the wrong person, wrong situation.
I tell people all the time when it comes down to relationship, I got some new things coming out pretty soon. But lately on my radio show and on my page, I've been posting about relationship stuff and different things of that nature. I tell people, if you don't take time to heal, you can affect yourself and others.
Yes. Because, how we hear the term, hurt people, hurt other people.
Yes, they do.
And when I first heard it years ago, I didn't really understand it because cognitively I wasn't at the level of thinking to understand and comprehend it. But now I really understand that. Hurt people, hurt other people. It's never intentional, but when you're already hurt and broken, it's just like it's easier
Most definitely
to hurt someone else.
Oh, yeah.
Whether you're doing it, on GP or by default. You know what I'm saying?
What's GP?
General purposes. Just
okay,
because,
okay. So you got to teach me some stuff.
Yeah, look.
You be throwing some words.
Yeah, I'm a hood baby out here. You ain't even know. I'm classy, but I'm a hood baby.
I grew up in the church now. So certain terms I don't really know. I
went to church, but I didn't grow up.
I was in the streets. I rode on the streets. You know what I'm saying, to go to certain things. I rode by dikes. Go to the store.
But no, see, I was really at dikes.
Okay,
yeah. Shout out to dikes.
No, we couldn't do that. No, you go to get what got to do and get up out of there.
No, we lived on dikes.
We didn't hang in the bottle. We weren't by the bottle unless we had some in the family members who lived over there. So
so you got a different effect.
Yeah, different effect. And then you had the deep bottom. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So yeah.
But let me tell you one thing about it. I'm not even from Lyons, Georgia. Shout out to Lyons, Georgia. I'm not even from Lyons. I'm from I dare you, but baby, my stomping ground was deep bottom.
Deep bottom. I'm trying to tell you.
Pillville. Pillville. Y'all know it's country folk. We have the most crazy names for every hood. Every hood.
And it's amazing. Like I'm 38 and all of a sudden they steal these names. It was from years ago. And it's so crazy
because you're from Lyons.
Right.
And I'm not even from Lyons.
But you know all about it.
But I know all about it.
I knew of your name before I even met you.
Really?
Yeah. I heard your name all the time.
Good or bad?
It was good stuff.
Oh, Lord,
if it was bad, I would not say anything. I promise you.
Oh, I was going to say, friend, we got to go ahead and cut it off right now.
Go ahead and cut it off. Nah, you know what? Everybody
got to continue.
To keep it real. Sometimes, I'm going to keep it real since we're on the show. Okay. Sometimes my name can be out there in a bad way. And I think I made a lot of bad choices that my name probably wasn't so great. That people may remember or know me of something negative versus something positive.
But you know what, friend? I feel like that's with everyone. Because with me, you may hear something really great about me, then you may hear something bad about me. It depends on what stage of my life was I in, what type of relationship, communication, or whatever we had going on at that particular moment for you to get the Tresley that you got.
Wow.
The good Tresley or the bad Tresley.
Ooh, I like that.
So it depends on the whole situation. That's going to deter what side of Tresley that you got. So I think that's for everyone.
Everyone, yeah, most definitely. And we all go through things, and you live and you learn. And I tell people now, learn a person for yourself. Don't go by what somebody else said, because you can be not liking somebody all because what somebody else said.
Right.
You've been in business going on 5 years now.
Going on 5 years.
I'm
Let me
pretty
get a hand
sure.
clap.
Yeah, getting a hand clap for Tresley out 5 years. Yep. I'm pretty sure when you first got started in the business, you were selling clothes and doing everything, lashes and all this kind of different things you were doing. And some people did not support you at first because of maybe what they heard or what they thought or this presumption. And all of a sudden now, you know what? She cool. You know, why you think people do that?
Well, I think honestly, when you're from a small town, you live in a small town, everybody know everybody, or think they know everybody. I'm going to say that because I know of a lot of people, but they don't know me. You know what I'm saying? You know that's Tresley, but you don't really know me. I think it derived from just basically people sometimes not wanting to know the true you. People see you one way and want you to be this way. They feel like, oh, this how they are. They don't try to get a chance to know you and see who you really are and get to know you for yourself. So I just feel like for me, the negativity that I have gotten, it derived from people listening to other people, me never actually having a conversation with them, and then that transgressed over into business. Oh, I don't want to support her because of X, Y, and Z. But then when they come for themselves, God will put it in their spirit. Because I don't chase people to come to my business. I pray about it. And if they are led to come to Pink Orchid, they come to Pink Orchid. And I think when they come, they really get to see the true me. So I'm so excited actually about my business because it taught me to be able to express myself freely and for people to see another side of me that they have not seen other than me just being in a club or going to a block party or riding by. They get to really see me for who I am. And I'm always going to keep it 100 at all times.
At all times.
You're going to like me or dislike me. It's always one of the two.
I want to first say you're doing a great job, too, with Pink Orchid. I remember you starting, man. I met you months after you got opened up.
Yes, I had just opened up.
And this place is nice and amazing. Actually, we're doing our first podcast at in your building / studio as well. Yes. I heard what you said when your niece called you. Hey, niece, we're in the studio.
Oh, I
recorded.
did.
Oh, you did.
Oh, I ain't even paying no mind.
Oh, I did. I paid attention. See, y'all women, y'all pay attention to details.
Oh, so we in
I'm learning this detail thing, pay attention to details and wording.
Yes.
I caught that.
Oh, wow.
And I love that. How you spoke that, knowing that, hey, part of this is here, but it's a multifunction place at the same time.
It is.
Whoever would have thought when I walked in this building back in 2018,
yes,
we came and talked. I told you what God told me to tell you about your business, and I was supposed to bless you. And I did it, not knowing it was going to bring it to almost 5. It was going to
come to this magnitude.
Never would have thought.
When you first came, I was apprehensive. I was like, what does this Negro want?
Tell the truth. Married man at the time in your inbox. Be honest now. I was married at the time.
Yeah,
in your inbox.
Right.
Come on.
Right. So at this time, I was like, look at this Negro throwing God in it. Because you know people
throwing God in it. I'm a church guy. That's what we're supposed to do.
People love to throw God and stuff.
God is good all the time on this Easter Sunday.
God is good.
Yes.
But at the same time, God will keep it real, and so am I.
Look at my motive was pure. The devil is a lie. Right. You ain't going to throw it on me.
But that's what I was thinking.
You're right. That's what I was real.
Thinking.
Yep.
He's coming at me. Oh, God told me to come talk to you on the back end. I'm like, man, that man tripping. You know what I'm saying? So just
but
keep
you know
it
what?
all the way
and I did at the time. I told her, I said, hey, I got to go help her. I got to do this. I got to tell this.
And shout out to your partner in life.
Yes.
Forever.
Yep.
Ambi McManus. Shout out to Ambi. Love Ambi. Yep. Hi, girl.
What's going on, Ambi? What's up?
Let's get a hand clap for Ambi.
Ambi, what's up?
Woo!
I did talk to her before I came.
Okay,
to let her know, hey, I got to go over here to her this, whatever the case is. And then me and her both came and helped to film the video.
Both did come.
We both came.
And then my first EPK, yep, you all both came, yes, with your kids. So, yeah.
Yep.
Yes. So you did it the right way. But
most definitely.
You got to think, at that time I thought, because a lot of people do try to talk to me, and it always comes off as a curve ball, but I already see the curve. Just come straight. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Like straight, no chaser.
I've been that guy.
Yeah, so
I know all about that.
So
yeah.
I already thought I prejudged you.
Yeah.
And that was very wrong of me. So I want to publicly apologize. No, I don't apologize too much.
You know what? I really accept this on Easter Sunday.
On Easter Sunday, you better mark it down.
Man, I'm marking this down. Lord, thank you, Jesus. The God, a weight has lifted off of me. That somebody held something on me.
Going on. No, I'm playing.
I'm glad that you telling the truth about that.
So
but my heart and motive, I didn't know you. I think I knew of you in the community. I didn't really know you, and not realizing like months before that you hit me up about taking some pictures or something to that nature. I didn't know exactly what it was all about.
Right.
But God knew He was setting us up and ordaining all of this. And to see now what we're doing now, experience so much, and we shared so much and learned so much about each other, that you a type person that you're straight up.
Yes.
You say, friend, I don't know about that. I gotta be honest with you about something.
Yes.
You know, you're wrong about that.
Sometimes I'm a little too forward.
Well,
and
that's your personality.
People can take that.
I've learned how, because to be honest with you, I didn't really deal with females who were that straight up like that.
Okay.
I had a problem with that. It was like a guard.
Why was that a problem?
Because it just felt like it was just too straightforward. I thought their motive was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes men think a woman always want to be right.
Right.
Or they think that they know it all. But you have a way of saying it that you're just trying to help and see things in a different light.
Right.
And so a woman with a strong personality that know how to be real and shoot it straight in such a way, I've now learned how to embrace and talk with them and not being offended.
Right.
Yeah, you talk.
And you have to think about the person who you're receiving it from. You know, the straightforwardness. And I'm a very genuine person. I don't do anything if it's not genuine. If I connect with anybody at that particular time, it's genuine. And then other things may transpire, but I'm very genuine about what I do. Even if I say something that may sound harsh, but the message in totality is genuine. Because I want people to be real with me, because my parents gonna tell me like it is. And I think that's where I get that from. If I'm wrong, I'm out of pocket, my mom and dad will let me know. Shout out to mommy and daddy.
Yeah, what's going on?
Mommy, daddy. So shout out to them. And I think that's where I get it from. And my mom is very opinionated. My mom's very opinionated, so she gonna tell me. My daddy he gonna tell me, but he gonna put a little sugar on it. He gonna sugarcoat it, because I'm baby girl. But but they still gonna keep it real at the same time. And I just try to be like that with other people, because I want people to be like that with me. Don't sugarcoat anything. Please keep it 100. Please keep it a buck.
I'm excited. This podcast is going to help a lot of people. It'll definitely help us as well get to where we're going.
Yes.
And many days we have conversations. It was always real conversations that we would ask each other questions that sometimes may have been kind of like, tough to talk about.
Yes. And sometimes we're scared to ask people certain questions.
Yes. How do you deal with that in a relationship to ask a certain question like that? I tell people, if you can't be a good friend to someone, why try to date them and you can't talk on a good friend level and talk about anything?
And it's sad, because we're just speaking on what's really real. So many people are in relationships and marriages, and they really don't know that person.
No.
And it takes a while to get to know a person and for who they are, because a lot of times people have their guard up for more than one reason.
Yeah.
And you got to think everybody's motive is different.
Yep.
Two people may be in a relationship. One motive may be genuine and pure and to build and grow and love, and the other one person, their motive may be different, more what can they gain, or or comfort, or that safe place, that safe blanket,
comfortable and safe.
Yes.
I've experienced some things in life where you tell somebody something and you think you're safe and you're comfortable, and they tell somebody else.
Oh, and that hurts so
and
bad.
You're really trusting them to think, hey, I thought that's devastating. And a lot of times that put me in a bad place.
Come out swinging.
Oh yeah, that changed me to be a man that I wasn't supposed to be. Like honestly, to be real. And I look back, I wrote my first book. God trusted me with the mic, and I open up and share some certain things. And I tell
give
people,
a shout out,
give
me a hand clap. Yes, you deserve it. Woo!
Y'all better believe it. Check it out on my website, mmradioshow.com. But I had a chance to share some things that for people to realize and understand, we have to learn how to deal with certain things that we're going through and be careful who we share certain things with, because, everybody's motive may not be pure. Right. It could be something so traumatic that has happened. Mm-hmm. They look at you crazy. All of a sudden you think, oh, I'm dating this person, I'm with this person. All of a sudden, like, it's brought up and used against you at a weak time of your life.
Yes.
And it's like an undercut, or it's a hitting below the belt type thing. And we have to be very careful with that,
Yeah. And I think that's when it hurts the most, when it happens at the wrong time.
Ooh.
You're already way down.
Yes.
with whatever you may be going through. And then that next little thing comes over and just sweep you off your feet. And you're like, and that's, I think that's why sometimes we take it so personal.
Yeah, I do agree.
Because it happens at the wrong time. And it's like, so whatever other frustration and etc. that was built up, that particular thing that happened, that's just like the straw that broke the camel's back. Yeah. That's when you just really like, dang, I can't believe this happened. I can't believe they said this, did this. And it's hard for you sometimes to bounce back from that. But we've talked for quite some time, and I like to share with you my opinion about females, and you share about with guys. You say another name, but sometimes you be throwing at us. I'm like, all right, wait a minute. A man don't think like that. Men this and men that. I'm like, wait a minute. I think I know everything. Right. Oh, but I think I know y'all men to the T.
What is the deal with a lot of females depend or expect men to do so much in relationship, not even marriage or engagement. Why do they expect so much? And you got to buy this, you got to pay for this. Why women don't hold their own like some women nowadays doing? Some folks coming from deliverance, it used to be that way. What does that derive from? Why they do that?
Well, I can only speak on me. What's really real. Me personally, I think the world of myself.
Ooh.
I do. I think the world of myself. I think I'm just that girl forever and a day.
Okay.
So therefore, anybody who's in my space, I need for them to treat me like that. No, and I honestly, let me stop playing. It derived from me personally with my dad. I have a very top tier dad. My daddy has never disappointed me. He's never lied and told me he was going to come to something and didn't come get me and never came. So my dad has always been a man of his word. And when I date men, I look for that. My dad has always wined and dined me, showered me with gifts, showered me with love, attention, affection, all of those things, which is what every girl wants. Because truly, a girl's first love should be her father. Should be her father. Sometimes people are not blessed with their opportunity to experience that. But for me, I'm so thankful that God blessed me to be able to experience that. So when I date someone, I'm not looking for my father, but I'm looking for a lot of characteristics and traits that my father has. I'm looking for that in a man. And so and everybody has their own love language. My love language is a man taking care of me, securing me, and buying me things. That doesn't mean I'm a gold digger. That's just my love language.
That's your love language.
Yes.
So you expect him to pay?
Everybody's love language is different.
Do you expect him to pay your cell phone bill, put gas in your car, get your nails done, hair done? I'm just asking.
Yes. When I date somebody, I don't want to pay for anything.
Oh my goodness!
No,
wow.
I don't.
Oh.
Is that wrong?
I'm just asking.
Okay, do you think that's wrong?
I don't think it's wrong. I think some women motives be the way they do it. I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm a hard worker. Let me say this, please. I'm a very hard worker. I have my own, gonna always have my own, and hold my own weight. But I just like the man to just be the man.
Okay, let
but
me what about when you got the phone bill man, the light bill man, the cell phone man, and this other man?
Okay.
Let's just deal with it now. Let's talk about it. Okay. I don't mind winding down at my woman.
Right.
But if she got some other folks that's taking care and supplying other needs that I'm not supplying financially.
Right. That makes sense.
That's what I'm saying.
That makes sense. But a lot of if I'm really dating someone.
Really dating.
If I'm really dating someone, I do depend on that person a whole lot.
I think, and if he like you as much as he said he do.
And he should.
He would do it. I say this. He would do it.
From the heart.
Without even all the asking.
Exactly.
But some women put all these stipulations, got a whole list.
I do, friend. I have, let me tell you.
But did you get him the list? Or did you just hold it for yourself?
I hold it for myself.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
If he don't do right,
oh Jesus,
I'm Xing off. He don't even know what's the list. I done already checked him off. I done already X him off the list, and he don't even know it's the list. But that's what we gonna get to. What's really real?
Yeah.
Why do us women do that? We have this imaginary list that we want and expectations of a man, and we already checking them, Xing them out the box on the list, and they don't even know they on the list.
They don't even know,
and it's sad.
It's sad, but
I think that's why I'm single. But
I don't. I think this is what she's saying. But I really think that when a man finds what he's looking for,
yes,
and a woman knows that the man has found her, and it meets what she's looking for, it always, you don't have to sit here and ask all these things. It's gonna gel together.
It's gonna gel together.
Because the thing about it is, the Bible says when a man findeth the wife, he found the good thing,
right,
and obtain favor.
Right.
If that woman that you're talking to looking to be a wife, if she don't have the favor that will come from God being with her, then she's just probably someone you met. I wouldn't consider a girlfriend. It's just somebody that you met.
Right.
Because
path with.
dating with the purpose, and we talked about that before. Many people, they be dating folks and then going through and then they just
it's not for purpose.
Right.
And I can say I was in that space one time.
Yes.
I was dating, but it was not purposeful.
Ooh.
It was just dating. Like, what can he do for me?
Yeah.
I'm tired of paying bills. I'm tired of whining and dining me. I'm tired of doing this. What can he do for me?
Yeah.
But it was not purposeful. And I can honestly stand in my truth and say it was not purposeful. And I think that's why the relationships, friendships, whatever you want to say, didn't go anywhere. It wasn't purposeful. I wasn't praying over it. I ain't care nothing about it. We just
going through the motion.
We just going through the motion. You know?
It makes a bit difference when you understand.
I'm so changed.
Oh yeah, yes you are. Oh yeah, the way you talk and I hear you. Yes, it's definitely different. I tell people all the time. There is a God.
There is a God.
And he has worked on Tresley, Yabrough. Do you hear me?
He has. He
Lord
really
have
has.
mercy.
I'm so thankful.
So thankful.
I'm so thankful.
And God has worked on me too.
Yes.
I was not always considerate of a woman's feelings and what may hurt her or what may make her feel. I was very selfish, and I realized that after going through 12 years of marriage, and then beforehand, I realized a lot of things about myself. So, you know what? You're really selfish. Take time to understand that if you're going to be in a relationship, be in it. Give what you're supposed to give. It's more than just the dates and going out, spending money, buying all this different stuff, and taking a bunch of trips. Can you respect a woman?
Right.
I know men right now, they're taking women on trips, doing certain things, buying them elaborate gifts, everything on the list that she want that he don't even know that she has, but have no level of respect.
And that's the thing. I can honestly say on my imaginary list that I have had, I don't really think I had respect on there.
See?
Because I endured a lot in relationships. And if they move one way and do something disrespectful, now I'm gonna be disrespectful. So at this point, we going back and forth with the ball of disrespect.
Yep.
You disrespect me, I'm gonna show you how to do it. You know what I'm saying?
It begin to be vindictive.
Yes.
That's not true relationship.
Yes. It's like you still love when you want to be with them, but you hurt me, so now I'm gonna hurt you. Because one thing about it, and it's a street term, don't nothing beat the cross but the double cross.
Ooh.
Okay, so you ain't no
double cross. Did you know I was at Double Cross movie online series? Okay. There's a series online called Double Cross.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was actually there at the red carpet. They're on season number 4. And the producer, I was in her other movie.
Like for real.
Yeah, this is for real. No, I'm for real. Like,
I know, I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was
called
name
Double Cross.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Shout out to Vera Howard for plugging me in my first movie that I was in as an extra, and then I flew out to Bowie, Maryland, and I got left by the plane.
Wow,
eating chicken wings.
Oh my God,
they were so good, and I knew my plane was coming up.
It must have been some fried chicken.
It was some fried chicken. I'm talking about when I go back to Bowie, I'm gonna go get some.
What is it called?
I can't think of the name of the place, but I took a picture of it so I can always remember like getting left by the plane.
You know I love me some chicken, especially us black folks love us some chicken.
But yeah, shout out to that. But it is so true. Respect is more than just can he provide good sex.
Right.
I'm tired of folks saying, "Oh, girl, he just make me go crazy. Oh, she do this and she do that." But don't have no good morals.
Crazy in the heart, like when you see them.
It's in the mind.
Yeah.
It's a flesh thing. Like
we got to stop feeding the flesh.
And that's the thing about we're gonna be real about it. Okay, besides what he can do there, can he show up for you and be there for you?
And most of the time,
pray for you and be there at a drop of a dime and not have to put another person before you.
Right, and I'm not gonna call y'all the N-word, because y'all know I like
right now. We're not doing that. No.
These dudes. Sometimes these dudes don't show up when you need them to show up.
Yep.
They don't show up.
No, we don't.
But they show up in the wrong area, and I think sometimes us women get it misconstrued.
Caught up in that.
He's showing up in this area, quote unquote, but he's not showing up how I need him to show up.
Say it again. How you what?
He's showing up in this area, but not in the way I need him to show up.
Need him, not in the way that he think.
Not the way that I want him, the way that I need him. Because women, we need men.
Yep.
And I used to always say, I'm an independent chick. I'm this, I'm that. Now I want to be dependent.
Yeah.
On my man though.
Yeah.
But I want to be able to not just depend on you for finances. I want to be able to depend on you with my heart. Ooh. Can I give you my heart?
My heart,
and you really hold my heart? And can I depend on you?
Can we trust each other when we're not in each other's presence?
Yes.
That was a thing of mine that I was not good at. And I look back and realize, I told people on my radio show, I missed out on a lot of blessings by not doing what I was supposed to do and giving to relationship and marriage. you can miss out on so many blessings when two people come together, even with dating or marriage.
Right.
There's a blessing in the union of marriage, number one.
Right.
It's a covenant. You not being on one accord, you can miss out on so much lack, slack, division. Get out of it and see what happens. Everything you're praying for, looking for, and you in line with God, you're not tied to that anymore. Things start opening up. But if you're going to be in a relationship, man, you got to give that respect, that love, and be a man who has a heart after God's own heart, and be a man that say, hey, I pray to God and I look to God for direction. No, that's not a spiritual talk. I'm not trying to make everybody believe in God and all that kind of stuff like that. But for some people,
speaking the truth at the same time.
But some people don't have no relationship with God, and then they're dating or marrying people that have no relationship, and they're leading you how? Earthly.
Yes.
But there are some good earthly
and
men.
into a road of destruction.
Right, because they don't really have a genuine, if they really had a relationship with God, they can hear from God to know how to make other better decisions. You got a lot of rich millionaire people that have no relationship with God.
None.
And can hurt your heart.
Right.
You can take a man who don't have much and love you and grow and can build to be something so great because he have a relationship, he has an understanding, he praying, he asks God for guidance and direction.
Right.
And that's the main thing we have to make sure that.
And let me say this too. Moving forward, and I've been trying to practice this the last couple of months. Anything I do now, I want it to be genuine, and I want to make sure that decisions that I make, whether it's business, it's friend, it's personal, career, whatever, I want to make sure that I seek and ask God first.
Wow.
Because so many times I've always done what I wanted to do.
Same here.
And have found myself running around in circles, pretty much. I'm hustling backwards, so to speak. So I want to make sure from here moving forward, I seek God and talk to God about everything I do. Just being honest, like you say, we're not trying to make anybody believe in God. Do your thing and believe in who and what you believe in. But I'm just speaking for me since we're keeping it real. That's what this podcast is about, your opinion.
I don't want to waste no more time. I wasted a lot of time. I look back and I could be a lot further financially, mentally, spiritually, naturally, in so many ways. When you waste time and not really counting up the cost of what you're doing, you can miss out on so much. Many times we blame other people for our success and why we're not here and our family, where we come from. Where we come from does not have to do with where we're going.
Right.
Yeah. You can take from what you learn from that and the things that you went through.
Because always a lesson learned in any and everything. In every situation. Even if you come from a background where your parents weren't there or they were there and they didn't show up for you the way you needed them to, it's always still a lesson in it, you know? And that's the thing. We have to sit down and talk to God and break it down. Be real with him. Be real.
Yeah, he don't want you coming fake. People think that, they gotta hide and be real. I have a conversation with God. Some days I'm like, you know what, I ain't happy. I don't like this. I don't like this about myself. He said, what we gonna do about it? When something is wrong with you, you have to be real with yourself and just talk and deal with it. I don't care how bad it is, how ugly it is. Some people can't handle the real you and the truth about you.
Right.
The genuine.
But let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
You said some people can't handle it, but can you yourself handle it?
Ooh,
can you?
Many days I could not handle it.
Real you.
When I looked at myself in that mirror, going through so much a couple years ago, I said, I don't like you. I looked at I said, I don't like you. I don't like the person that you are, the way you think, what you're doing. You're hurting others.
To yourself.
Yeah, to myself. And I'm like, you know what? You're going to have to do better. And I tell people now, if you're not going to do right in anything that you're doing and not be faithful to it, whatever it is, you might well either make some changes, get help, or let it go.
Right.
Because you're wasting time. I don't care what it is. I don't care how spiritual you try to get, whatever. Unless you're going to get the proper help, make the change, it can get better. If not, let it go.
Right.
You may need a break from it and may have to go back.
Right. And sometimes I think we don't give ourselves that time to take a break in life. Because now, especially with social media, and everybody wants to be so successful.
Oh, yes.
And when we think of success, we always think of material things, tangible things. What have you obtained? But success to me is internal. When you wake up, are you really happy with who you are? Are you happy with what your career is? Are you happy with how you treat people? And how you have allowed other people to treat you. And I was at that place one time where I was unhappy myself for letting some people treat me the way they treated me. But I think it came from me not knowing who I was. I had to learn who I was. Because now I'm a 34-year-old woman and I am now just beginning to learn who I am. And
you got your head on straight. They say, for to be 34, these decisions that you make in life, working hard, learning now not to do certain things to
Right.
depend on men or whatever the case is.
Right.
You're grinding. You're not making excuses. You're making it work. I mean, you're working a job and you're coming doing your shop, making time for your niece. The love you have for your niece, I watch that. Pay attention to that, and your family, but still yet holding yourself up to be that young. It's a lot of lazy females, a lot of lazy guys that's not doing what they're supposed to do. But I commend you on the woman that you are and what you're doing. We need more women to understand, hey, wake up every morning and do what you got to do. If you're going through a rough time, you're trying to get yourself out the mud, trying to rebuild back up, sometimes you got to go low to get high.
Right. Sometimes you got
that big old house that you spending, $2,000 a month on rent that you really can't afford. You may have to go get something cheaper so you can build yourself back up,
Right.
and then work your way up and say, you know what, it was
Right.
well worth reducing and making life better. I had to do it, and I look at my life now. I'm like, hey, this ain't so bad.
Yeah, because sometimes we put extra weight on ourselves.
That's it, extra weight,
and it's not even needed.
Yep.
It's not even needed, and that's something that I had to learn. I was putting more weight on myself. I think that's why I was so tired and different things. I was putting more weight on me than I could bear and than I can carry at that particular time. So now Tresley is just doing Tresley, and I'm moving free and carefree, and I'm just letting things flow the way they need it to flow and let it be organic at the same time. So that's pretty much, what's going on with me in my world right now. And I feel great.
Wow.
I feel great.
This has been amazing. Our first podcast. Just having a conversation.
It's worth the
Time done
conversation.
gone by that quick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
How you feel? First one.
I feel really good. I feel really excited. And the good thing about it is we're going to have other people come on also and give their opinion, because a conversation cannot just be with the same two people.
Yeah.
You have to bring other people in.
Most definitely.
Other backgrounds and things like that, other people's opinions, because it teaches you to think outside the box.
Outside the box.
And to keep it what's really real.
What's really real.
Yeah, we're going to try to do that on all podcasts. Just keep it real.
Keep it real.
Authentic. And anything we say, please take it from the heart, because we're working on growing and being better. And that's just what it is.
That's what it is. So y'all make sure y'all follow us on social media, on Facebook and other different platforms that are coming up. We're excited about it. And you never know what's going to happen. Never know who's going to be on the show, what topic we're going to talk about. Just keep a lookout. Keep following this podcast. And I appreciate everybody. This feel good. It sounds good too.
I feel really good. I'm excited. I thank God, because this God set this up. A lot of times we always say God set things up, but we really didn't get confirmation, because we've been working on this for 2 years.
2 years.
So that's how, and it's like every time we talk and have a discussion, it just, God puts it in our face. This is what y'all need to be doing.
I love it.
And I love it. And people get to see us for who we are.
Yep.
Disregard of what you heard about us. Or what you seen or thought you have seen, because sometimes your eyes play tricks on you.
They sure do.
You get to see who we really are, and I'm so super excited and so super thankful. So,
well, thank you for allowing us to shoot to record in your studio. By Delia, Georgia. Y'all come check her out here at Pink Orchid. Tell them where you're located at. What you do here?
I'm located at 7110 Northeast Main Street, Suite 2, Vidalia, Georgia. This is pretty much a beauty bar. It's also not only a beauty bar. You can come get makeup and lashes and stuff like that. It's also a place of healing, because a lot of times people come in here, we cry and we have a good time. Then sometimes it's a concert in here. It's just whatever you need for that moment. Whatever you need for that moment, that's what it is, because it's not just about me only providing a service. I want to touch people and connect with people. So that's mainly what this is. So this is a one-stop shop.
One-stop shop. Hey, y'all check me out too as well, mmradioshow.com. I'm Marcel McManus of the Marcel McManus Radio Show. Different times I come on the website, and I'm also the owner of McManus Productions, dealing with media, audio, all your photography, videography needs too as well. You can contact me at 912-245-5287. I'm based out of Albany, Georgia, but I travel around the state of Georgia and outside as well. This has been wonderful. This has been great. Thank you once again. I'm looking forward to the next show.
I'm excited. Thank you, guys.
Hey,
be blessed.
Be blessed. We'll be back on next time, y'all. Thank y'all for listening to
What's Really Real.
All right, y'all. Be blessed. Be blessed.